on. I'm pulling me up on the phone. What an intro. 1 second here. Let's see what this looks like here. And survey says well, nothing happened on the oh there we pulling me up on the phone. What an intro. I'm there. I'm live. Oh, I'm live. And I'm out of focus. Why are you focusing on the phone? Can I focus on me? There we go. Okay. Well, and immediately I feel my MacBook going up, but the fans are kicking in, but it is what it is. I will be treating this right now as if it was maybe like a Tech is Art podcast or something, so that way people who come in later or people who come in at the end or check the video out later, we can just kind of get right into it. So this is really just a test, and I'm getting myself situated literally as we speak, but I pulled it up. I'm here on the phone, so I should be good. Let's get the chat open. I don't even know if anyone's here yet, so apologies. I don't want to waste too much time just talking. Maybe in post I'll do like timestamps or something, but let's see. Alpha, what up, man? Hey, how you doing? My first comment in my first live stream for my first thing. What's up, man? Welcome. I'm going to do one thing really quickly though before I just want to push the info out there. Okay. There we go. I'm trying something new. I'm purposely not gonna like put it on Instagram or something. I just maybe more organically let YouTube do its thing. But I don't know what the delay is, by the way. Minus a couple frame drops at the beginning. Everything looking good. Cool. Good. We're gonna troubleshoot this together, and the title and thumbnail kind of like give us a place to start. But much like other people, aka Drew, we'll just have like a really more like a back and forth while I test things out in live time. So that's good. I have the chat open on YouTube, which I can see the playback, but I don't know if that's what's actually being pushed to YouTube or not. So I'm going to keep the quality at 480, and then there's that. So we're good. The ceiling. Can you see my ceiling? Hang on. Can you? You can't. Well, you can kind of see it right there, but yeah, you can't actually see my ceiling. Nice. Well, okay. So, let's kind of start talking. You know, fill the air with stuff for after the stream is done. We did a podcast. I did the Talos of Tech and EV podcast last night. And the spoiler is it is a season finale for both for the rest of the year. So we won't be back until next year. And it got me thinking, because I knew I was going to do this live stream. I tried to do it yesterday. Got busy. I tried to do it the day before, and that didn't work out. But what ended up happening is we just kind of start reflecting like, man, it's been a really packed year this year. So I wanted to kind of like talk about all of that, specifically like the Apple products, what's going on in the market, in the world, I mean, in the US world as a whole. And, I thought 2024 was going to be a boring year, to be completely honest. On a personal side, I thought it was going to be exciting for me behind the scenes because I was moving, and I thought that's where it was going to be. But we ended up getting like a lot of cool announcements, even outside of the Apple world of everything. It was cool, and I just want to use this time to kind of like reflect on that and appreciate it, because it's also this is the year I started YouTube for this channel, so that's kind of cool. I learned of the stream via YouTube notification. Yes. That's what's up. I got to figure out how to get like overlays going when people. I don't suspect many. I'll be honest with you, Alpha. Specifically, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think uh, I'll get many members to join, and that's fine. It was always like an additional thing, but I'm gonna make it count for for you and our other friend who is a member. So we'll make that out of something while we're still small. But the idea of anybody who would join during a live stream, that's kind of cool. And I like to see the badge of the link come up next to your name. That's kind of cool. I will program it in a way that it's going to reward you the longer you hold, you get to the next rank, so to say. It's going to promote you, and that's kind of cool. But it's really this whole channel was built on just experimenting with ideas, and the live streams will be no different. But I saw that. I think it's too early for a season finale, but I always think that. Well, okay, so it's November, and it can't. Well, we're mid-November now, isn't it? Well, technically, tomorrow is officially mid-November. The reason why it's mid-season finales, we're all very, very busy individually. Mike is extremely busy. So is Drew with everything he's got going on, and I got travel that's coming up immediately. I'm going to be gone for a while. I might actually end up taking a break either for the whole year, for the rest of the year. I'm going to try not to, but I'm going to end up taking a break definitely for a few weeks because I'm going to be gone for about a week for Thanksgiving. I'm going to go visit family. When I get back, it's my son's birthday week, and I got people coming out to visit. So that's going to be at least a week, and then I have more people visiting afterwards, and that's going to be, I think, like another week. So that's going to lead me into then Christmas. And then we got Christmas, and so I'm not going to be focused on anything but family for Christmas. And then maybe I'll have a week down time with that before I go New Year's. And then we'll have New Year's. But then after New Year's, gonna hit the ground running. So actually, I'll tell you this. I know this. I would probably say this actually on a member stream, to be honest, but I'll say it here because you're already here, Alpha. But I'm gonna use this downtime to like really get the membership stuff kind of up and going. Make a better outro card, get credits and all that. I'm thinking about writing more background music for the channel. Maybe if I have that type of time. That takes the longest to write, but I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing just cleanup. I'm cleaning up in-house cleanup on a digital side for Randy Nexus and all content I want to do for both here and then my artist channel as well. So that's the goal, and that's why at least on my side, why the season finale for the Taylosa podcast is happening, and Drew's busy, Mike's busy, everybody's busy. So okay, 2024 for me was just plain weird. Being a tech enthusiast this year was very awkward. What do you mean? How was it awkward? Here's the awkward thing for tech for me. If I can join in on the weirdness for tech, it's the most like hyped year without there being any real like tech improvements. I am talking about the whole AI thing. And then the year started with Apple Vision Pro, which I as a hardware standalone thing, that was my favorite product. But I don't know. It felt like this was the year of laying a foundation, and everybody else was just kind of like, I feel like Apple's universe, the Appleverse, they were playing catch up while also trying to do Apple Vision Pro. I think this year was a win for Meta, if I'm being honest. And I don't like admitting that, but we'll call it what it is. Meta won this one. So what can you do? Busy. I'm trying to squeeze a Christmas album while juggling 2 jobs and college courses and YouTube. Dude, first of all, look at you. Look at you knocking out so many things. Don't put yourself in a corner, though. Advice that I give a few people is try not to stretch yourself so thin that you end up that you end up not really being able to be productive with anything. My rule of thumb, personally, this is just my strategy, and I know someone like Drew did an opposite approach. My philosophy is focus on one thing and be really good at that one thing, and then grow from the one thing. And I know someone like Drew did multiple things with his network, and once he saw the ones that were like starting to climb, then he allocated time with that. But I mean, those other channels are dead now, right? So focus attention where it matters, where it counts. Um, so the part that you're throwing me off though, Alpha, is the whole two jobs part, man, and college. I hope your priorities are in line. I know your goal is to one day get a Tesla, and I can't wait to see that day come for you. And working towards all things to get you those cool toys and stuff. I look forward to it. Honestly, I hate it all. I hate it that all most people, tech people and companies wanted to talk about was AI. You just couldn't care. AI is such a buzzword, right? Well, I mean, at this point, I know you know that one, Alpha, but the whole AI buzz was just as it came so quickly, and I feel like I fear that it's going to disappear just as quickly. It's the new crypto talk of the town. Jeff with a G. Yo, I like that name. I don't know if I told you that in previous comments. I replied to you before, Jeff with a G. That's a cool handle. I like that name. What's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to my test live stream where I'm just seeing how long I can push this thing. Interesting production things of note here. I am recording. The camera is set at 4K, and I'm outputting at 1080. From what I can see in the playback, everything looks fine. But actually, let me see it on my phone. I know here in an OBS, I look crispy AF. But I'm trying to see what does a 4K downscale to 1080 look like, just so we don't eat up too much bandwidth. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Oh, that's at 720. No, I'm streaming to 4K. No wonder my fans are heating up. I'm going to apologize in live time that if my camera cuts out, it overheated. But I'll just hit the switch and put it to 1080 at that point. This is a full 4K stream. Holy crap! I kind of changed my stance on 4K. I did a video a couple months ago talking about my purpose of filming 30 frames, 16 by 9 at 1080, and it was the most optimal. And then not too long after all that, I didn't care about most optimal. I realized where I enjoy putting my content is on YouTube. And if YouTube supports up to 4K, then that's what I'm going to do. My camera doesn't film at 4K at 60. I'm not interested in filming at 4K at 60, but I like the 4K image. And if not just for the A roll, like shot on me, I like using 4K when I do like the B roll, and I either show videos or B roll that I filmed myself, or overlays and stuff like that. I just like having the highest fidelity possible, but that's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna kill the stream on my phone here. I don't need it twice. But yeah, okay. Right now, my ultimate goal is to move out and become financially stable. Hold on to that feeling about becoming financially stable. It's the best feeling in the world, I promise you. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think you know that. I think you know it's not going to happen overnight. But hold on to that feeling. Remember why you're working really hard to get yourself stable financially, and in turn being able to move out and stuff like that. We all have different reasons why we are motivated to do what we do. And for you, Alpha, whatever's motivating you to want to have your independence, don't let go of that feeling. It's a great feeling once you get there too. It's the best feeling, man. I promise you. So you'll get there, and I'm gonna be happy for you when you do. I'm a live stream fanatic. Woo! All right, that's good to know, Jeff. With a G, we will definitely try to do more live streams. I don't know when. I don't know how. Well, I do know how it's this setup. I'm familiar with this setup. I've done this for podcasts in the past. I've done this with my personal channel, but um, I like live streaming. Also, I like immediate interaction with people, and I like the flub, the right there, like stumbling and outtakes and stuff like that. Not everything has to be posh. I like quick production sometimes. And I think that's what the goal is. Maybe when I do with the podcast at some point, my podcast, when I do like a deep dive on something for like at least half an hour, that was the intent of trying to create a podcast, a companion podcast to my channel. But I've been noticing a lot of changes of what I want to do with the channel as the channel has grown. Um, it's I started with a clear path of what I wanted to do, and it was manageable, and I very quickly saw what was working and what wasn't, and so I went with the stuff that works. So that means I have to address some things, and that's why I don't do as many podcasts here on this channel, but I will. And the testing out doing the live stream here means I can maybe even have guests. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll have people come on and we can all talk. Gustavo, hello. What is up, my dear friend? The Apple and Tesla logo combo. Classic. But yeah, no, the idea ultimately, I will definitely be as active and engaged as possible during the live streams. Um, and we're going to, I'm not done experimenting. I think as long as while the channel is small, it's still growing. But no matter what number I get, I think the goal, I hope the takeaway from everybody is we're going to always still try new things and experiment with new formats just to have fun with it, because that prevents me from getting burnt out. We can do new things that you guys would be interested in, maybe. I don't like to be stuck in a box. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, as we speak, the one and only Mr. Michael Davis, aka you might know him as Space Mike, Nick and Sweeney, if you know him, if we're going that many layers deep, gave him that nickname. To me, he's Sergeant Davis. What's up, man? No snow. Him and I live we're in the same state, but for whatever reason, this guy don't get no snow. I get all the snow, and he lives in I don't know, Nevada or something. Like wherever he's at, there's no snow. Tech God, what's up, man? Man, okay, Tech God, throwback. I know this guy. I've seen this name for years. Tech God has been in my streams for years, on my personal channel back in the day, and now here, and then on Twitter. See him on Twitter. That is a name I very much I'm familiar with. It's good to see you, man. Damn, Tech God, that is a throwback name. But yeah, Mr. Davis, here we go. Donut. What? Okay, Davis, explain this donut thing to everybody, and definitely not to me. Hey, if you guys are watching this on your phone, do me a favor. Can you guys bump this up to 4K and see if it's actually, like, if the quality is still stable? I'm testing. I need to know if it's productive to always film in 4K or not. Or not film, sorry, to stream in 4K or not. Ideally, I think I want to stick with 1080, but today we are throwing everything at the books, or at the stream. So 4K on the camera, 4K in OBS, 4K on YouTube with the output. Tell me, does the quality look good for 4K, or if I need to adjust the bit rate? Thank you. Alpha says, if you're looking for potential guest appearances, DM me. You know, dude, that's actually an interesting idea for channel members. I don't hate that idea. Maybe to be continued. I need to flesh out some ideas on formatting, pacing, and stuff like that. I don't hate that idea. I like the idea of maybe doing streams and I have channel members pop in for a little bit, or maybe for a whole thing. I like the idea. I like the idea of at least doing that for channel members. We can maybe like have little call-ins, or in this case intros and stuff like that. You can come in. So That's something. I'll tell you this much, Alpha. If I do a channel member thing like that, you will be my first guest. I will do. I can do that for channel members. That's what we'll leave it at that. But I don't like committing to anything until I know for sure I can make that stuff work. So we'll to be continued. We'll make that work for a little bit. Okay. Um. Up north, whenever there is a storm, there is a donut. Oh. You. Yes. Yeah. You live in you live in southern Wyoming, as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely silly, man. I do you still okay, Mike? Do you still have leaves on your trees? Sounds like a whole lot of low altitude over there, man. I do like donuts. I like donuts too. Yeah, donuts are great. um, but okay, so I lost my train of thought. What? Wait, yeah, no, never mind my train of thought. What? What were my topics again? I gotta look at the thumbnail. I forgot. What is the deal? Okay, I put the Mac Mini in my thumbnail because, in my opinion, that's the what I regret doing for the Apple Awards, the first Apple Awards. When I missed the category, so maybe if I do an annual tradition, which seems to be the case, it's going to happen. The Mac Mini, I think, is by far the best Apple value. By like, if you had an Intel-based chip, okay, Intel-based chip, and then you had the Apple Silicon chip, and then they did that little chart that went like that. Uh, to me, that same graph that they did with the M1 chip, that's every other Mac, every other Apple product, Mac Mini. Like that was the best bang for a buck. I haven't checked one out yet. I should go to my Apple store in town to go take a look. You hear that? Mike Davis, my Apple store in town. That's what we have. But I want to go check one out. And even though I haven't, all the other YouTubers who have love that thing. The idea that a Mac Mini could replace my MacBook Pro with an M1 Pro chip, because this thing has been running beautifully. Don't mind the fans. Listen. Do you hear the fans? Don't mind the fans. This thing is a powerhouse. And all the specs that I hear about what the M4 Pro is doing on the Mac Mini makes me feel a certain way. Let me tell you, it makes me feel a certain way. Whoo! Sheesh. Okay, hang on. Let me look at the chat here. I used to do this all the time on my other channel. I get going, I start talking, and then I forget to look at the chat, and then I have a lot to catch up with. Hang on. Yes, still do. Oh, Davis still has leaves. What Colorado? You give me your CO driver's license. No, you need a Wyoming one. Leaves are gone in Michigan. We're just starting to get some snow. Hey, Michigan, are you by the lake, or are you like more inward? Are you? I mean, don't dox yourself. I asked about the lake thing for Michigan because humidity and precipitation with those big body of water has an effect on the climate. With anyway, okay, rub it in. I at least have 2 blocks from work. Well, I mean, the amount of time you're at work, you basically live at work, so there's that. But, I mean, how about this one, Mike? My Apple Store knows me by name now because I went there and I did a whole song and dance when I was upgrading to this phone. I was getting rid of the 15 for the 16, and like, first of all, I'm sorry, guys. 16, best color. Come at me. You can't. I love it. It's getting a little bit of the ring, but I don't really, care. The case was basically free, but I don't even know why I had the case on. I'm not outside, but I've gone to that store so many times when I was doing trade-ins and everything like that I know legitimately by first name basis, and they know me, at least half the staff that works there. Ooh, look at that. I think the case is darker blue, but um, this color is amazing, and that's not saying much for the. Oh, hang on, I got a prompting overload. I'm having an overload that's happening. Uh, I think my camera's starting to get hot, isn't it? I'm checking the playback right now. No, it's there. This is a fun test to see how everything's going to play out. But yeah, when the best thing about iPhone 16 is the color, it's not a great year. I mean, but I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for colors. All right. Let's see the chat. It looks like everything calmed down. I'm so tempted to get a Mac Mini for my music set. My MacBook Pro just doesn't fit the space well. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't have the problem. I mean, with my piano here, can you see him? My guitar's off frame, isn't it? It is. I got my guitar and I got my mic. Yeah, they're over there. Yeah, space isn't an issue. I just want a Mac Mini because it's beautiful and compact, and I don't need a MacBook anymore because I'm done moving for the foreseeable future. I'm not doing nothing no more. I'm sitting pretty here. I love this state. I love where I'm at, man. Straight up, this is the best place I've ever been. It's not even close. I love the weather, activities, the whole nine. The whole nine. We got. Let's see. I should also go check out a Mac Mini. Yes, you should. Hang on a second. All right, I had to go mute for a second. um, we should all go check out a Mac Mini. Damn it, that's what we should do. You, me, him, her, all of us. Mac Mini. Start it up. I'll end up with one. I'm pretty sure. I'm right there with you, Mike. I'm pretty sure if I would probably end up with a Mac Mini, realistically. I want a Mac Mini. Like, what's so cool about this year with all the products that kind of came out, period, is the Mac Mini. It's not a pro device, but does pro, stuff as a whole. I think the most comfortable AirPods are the AirPods 4 that came out, not the Pros, and it does pro things. I got the iPhone 16 over the 16 Pro, not a pro device, does pro things. The only me bending the rule is I really want an M4 iPad Pro 11-inch, which is the one you got, Mike. Mike's got that one, but I want to get an iPad still, but I mean the Mac Mini is a close second. Jeff with a G says I'm gonna replace my MacBook with a Mac Mini, just not today. Yeah, okay, we're all in the same boat. I'm about 20 minutes from Lake Superior. Okay, yeah, so that works. It is such a good color. So blue fetal. Gotta go. Kids' bedtime routine. Happy birthday, devil. See ya, Mike. If you're still around, happy birthday, my guy. And Sepper Yuck Kill. At least we stood duty. Diddy. At least we stood duty, and we can rub that in my wife's face because she doesn't know what real sacrifice is. With the knife hand. Wait, is it going to focus on the knife hand? Yep, knife hand. That's a Marine Corps thing. All right. If only my closest Apple store wasn't 6 hours. Woo! Absolutely not. I couldn't. I got the M4 iPad Pro with 12.9 for college. Last iPad had too little storage. Oh, okay. I mean, I had the 13-inch one right for so long. But what storage did you get? Because the one I did, I upgraded the storage from 128 to 256, and I know 256 is the base. I haven't really played with an iPad in many months now like that. Do you guys think the recommendation should be 256? Should I up the storage? Does it not really matter if you have like a whole ecosystem? What do you think about that? AirPods 4 are dope, and my next iPhone will be a non-pro I'm not sold on the 16s though. So here's the thing about the 16s. First of all, next, I think a lot of iPhones should be non-iPhones. To be honest with you, um, strictly on a price. I'm just coming at it from a price perspective. All the cheaper iPhones do cool stuff now. You don't really need all that other stuff, unless you have to have promotion or the always on display. Look, my watch doesn't have it. My Mac is always closed, so I don't care about promotion. Nothing I use in my ecosystem requires promotion, and the stuff that does have the always on display, I turn off for battery. So, in my opinion, unless you need to have those two things, faster data speeds don't really necessarily matter. Get From a price perspective, I don't think anybody should be getting a Pro, in my opinion. Right? That's my opinion. But I'm upfront with where my biases are with it, because I look at it from a cost perspective. Get the cheapest that you can live with. With that, Jeff, with a G, I love that name. Um, this thing right here, right? That little camera control button. It feels so. Can you hear it clicking? Ooh, not that part. Do you hear this? I'm taking photos, but the I don't like that feature, but I absolutely love the action button. I use that. My action button is mapped to flashlight. That's what I use. I used to have it for camera when I was using the 15 Pro, but now the camera control button opens up your camera, so it doesn't really necessarily matter. I use my flashlight a lot at night, so I get it. I absolutely get it. Okay. Oh yeah, AirPods 4. I'm gonna get AirPods 4 when my AirPods Pro finally die. I will upgrade to the AirPods 4. Those things are just so comfortable, so sick, and it has no, not always, but the active noise cancellation for something that doesn't have the suction in it. Man, that's crazy. But I don't use ANC like that. I use transparency mode. That's more important to me. I want to be able to like hear my surroundings and hear my voice when I'm talking, especially because I do stuff like this or the podcasts with Mike and Drew and stuff like that. Like I need to be able to hear my voice to calibrate my volume. And I tried them out. I tried out the transparency for the AirPods 4. Those things are sick, man. I really like them. Yeah. I upgraded from 64 gigs to 256. Oh, yeah, to 64. Oh, yeah, no, 64 gigs is. Yeah. Okay, so then my takeaway from the 256 comment is I should get an iPad Pro, whichever one. Just stick with the 256, which I think is the base, right? That's the new base. I should experiment sharing my screen while I do the live streams, but I don't want to do that today. Mainly because I just don't feel like it. If I'm being honest, I just don't want to. But we'll do it next time. We'll take a look at stuff. I'm sure I'll do live streams where we'll just like go deep dive on some stuff. Apple announcements or something. We'll figure it out. Okay. I turned off the always on display on my watch too. Yeah, see, like, save your battery. The concept of always on display is cool, but in practicality, like, do you really need it? I don't even care. But that's me. I don't. Whatever, like whatever. I have my action button mapped to shortcuts folder with my 8 most used apps. What does that look like, Jeff? Are you on Twitter? Can you tag me? Send me a screenshot of what that looks like. I'm curious. Is that the same format I've seen other people do, or is it like I always get very interested when people start getting customizing. They start to customize their shortcuts, because I love the shortcuts app for people's like productivity on their phone. So if you're on Twitter, can you tag me please? And I want to see what that looks like for you, just to have an idea. That's kind of sick. Okay. I got the warning with my encoder again that it was overheating. Maybe 4K might be too much. I'll keep that in mind for the next stream. Oh. Honestly, iPhone 16 feels like an Android phone. I don't know if that's if you're saying that in a good thing or a bad thing. To me, iPhone 16 feels like iPhone in regards to how I use it. iMessage, FaceTime, YouTube, Instagram. Like that's pretty much it, right? Like as long as I could do like my base stuff, email, web browsing, like I'm okay. Uh, I hopefully, I've been known to shoot myself in the foot for saying this a lot sooner than I should, but hopefully I hold on to this phone for a little bit longer than a year. You guys know. Look, you guys know. I've talked about it enough. I got rid of the iPhone 15 because I didn't want to be software locked. That was my shtick, and it was bothering me. But that's a me thing. Otherwise, my iPhone 15 was just fine. And so now that I'm no longer software locked for a couple years, I feel good. I feel good. Connor. What's up, Connor? Welcome. Connor Dunaway says, that's cool. You're live streaming in 4K. It's not very common for YouTubers to do it. All right, sweet. we got a thumbs up in the 4K. I'm gonna be honest, Connor. I did not mean to stream in 4K. I didn't realize I programmed OBS to do that. I always film everything on my SD card. Like I always film on my Sony camera in 4K, but when I bring it to the Mac, I always downscale it for the most part. Lately, I haven't because at first I was lazy and I forgot, and then I started liking the quality of 4K, so I kept it. But then in OBS, like I bumped the resolution of OBS up to 4K, so when I did videos where I screen shared, everything was in 4K. And honestly, when I did this live stream, I just forgot to remap this to be 1080. But hey, if it's handling it, like the MacBook, the fans are kicking, but the MacBook's doing its thing, right? So I'm cool. If 4K hangs out this long, how long have I been streaming? Ooh, I've been streaming a minute. We're gonna wrap this up. Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't think I was gonna be on this long. 4K kind of works, If it works, it works. If it made it this far, I don't plan on streaming for hours. I don't have that type of time. I'm a dad, but I could do 30 minutes. But now we're 37 minutes in, so yeah. Yep. Honestly, my internet is so bad I can't even stream 480. Yeah. I've been there. And I'm not going back. No. The one thing I'm gonna pay good money for is have good internet. I mean I'll take the cheapest plan I can get, but I'll have good internet, as long as my family isn't using up all my data for the month. Anyway, yeah, I'll at you in a bit. Cool, thank you. Tag me. Actually, Jeff, it doesn't matter which one. Tag me on my personal or on the channel. I don't really care. I'll check it. I have notifications turned off on Twitter, but I check it once a day. So I'll check it in a couple hours. Apple made so many decisions decisions with that phone. This one, Alpha's talking about this phone here. That it just don't feel like Apple. Camera control is the biggest offender. Yeah, I mean, but Apple will always be doing some weird stuff. I mean, as long as it got, I don't know, the camera setup is like this still, right? In the top right corner. Well, it's top right for me. It's top left for you guys. But as long as the camera's right there, that feels pretty Apple, right? It's not doing the visor technique. To me, the biggest thing that Apple feels like Apple is, you got FaceTime, you got iCloud, you got all your stereotypical Apple stuff, Was there anything else I needed to talk about? Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up here. Let me see. I was really more focused on talking about the Mac, which I did. Market's been crazy. I did a video about it. I put Trump in the thumbnail more for clicks, just for whatever, just to talk about how crazy a year it's been. And TRN Plus. Oh, TRN Plus. So I did a membership now. Got memberships going, and it's early, but we're going to make the most out of it. So with that, as you guys see in the chat, Alpha the Wolf has a cool little icon, which is neat. And maybe we'll do like a member live stream or something at some point. But all the same, thank you for the support and for joining the membership. It's a for sure way to like help keep at least some costs down, which I like. And on a separate note, just because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing all this, one last plug. I put out an album this year, physical copy. You can buy this. Link is in my Linktree thing, but I'll put it in the description afterwards. But I made a physical CD, but you can also like get the MP3 or lossless file of it, and you can get all the things that you want. But this was a fun project that I did outside of me doing all the doing the Randy Nexus stuff, as I was working on the album, which was kind of cool. So when I'm not doing this thing here, when I'm not working on this channel, I am working on packaging. I have a whole box of these that I have to send out and mail out to people who bought them and pre-ordered the album. So that's another reason why my time is, tight. I'm with my kid all the time, and I'm doing other projects all the time. But it's a great place to be. I feel fulfilled. I feel happy in what I do, and that's why this channel, it doesn't feel like a chore or a homework. I don't feel like I'm burnt out. It's all love, baby. It's all love. It's all great stuff happening over here. So I can't complain. But there you go, guys. There's a test stream, my first ever live stream on this channel. Fun stuff. Went 41 minutes and the camera didn't turn off. I was expecting it to kill. The camera always overheats around this time, and I think it's going to do it soon in 4K. So we'll stop it there. But thank you for joining. And I used to have a sign off on my other channel that said, "It's been real. It's been fun." But I can't say it's been real fun. I'll see you guys later. Except this one has been actually kind of fun. But all the same, we'll do this again later. Try another time. Try some more stuff. But you guys have a good one. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.